Well, good afternoon. I'm Ken Busby, your cultural czar and board member of the Tulsa Symphony, and we're here with our musician moment with the brilliant, the accomplished, the incomparable Dana Higbee, flutist and piccoloist. Is that the right word?
Yes, that works
Piccoloist?
fine.
Okay.
hmm
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Good. It's good to see you.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And there's some sunshine around, so that helps. And
Good, yeah.
it's
We
good
need the
stuff.
sunshine.
It's yeah, we like sunshine. We like sunshine. So I, again, we're doing our musician moments to let our community, our family, know more about our musicians. And so glad to be talking with you today. And so tell me a little bit about when did you first join the Tulsa Symphony?
I joined the Tulsa Symphony the first year.
That's what I
I've been
thought.
doing it steadily ever since.
That's right. That's awesome. I've been talking to various musicians as we're getting all of these scheduled and so forth, and it's fun to talk to those who've only been with us 2 or 3 years, and those who've been with us for the entire time, and with the lifers, as I like to call you all. You've grown up together. We've all grown up together.
Yeah, it's a great community.
It,
I've really enjoyed just the camaraderie. I love. These are just my friends that
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
play with. I
yeah.
really enjoy it.
Which is neat. Which is neat. Um,
Yes.
so tell me, how did you come to select the flute and piccolo as your instrument? What made you gravitate toward those?
Well, my parents started me on the piano, and I was
Right.
studying with a friend of the family, and that probably wasn't a good idea. I, I really caused her a lot of torment. And so they let me quit for a few years,
Okay.
probably a couple years.
hmm
I didn't do music at all, which was very odd coming from a musical family. Both my parents were musicians.
Okay.
So at one point, I just decided I wanted to play the flute. We had another friend of the family who was a really accomplished flute player, and I heard him play in a recital and just thought, that's the sound I want to make.
Cool.
And I begged my parents for a long time for a flute, and they just didn't think I was serious,
Hmm.
after quitting the piano like that. But
Right.
they finally decided to rent me a flute,
Okay.
and it's been ever since then.
Right.
That was my instrument.
How neat. How neat.
hmm
Also, you also play piccolo,
hmm
and not. I don't think you can correct me. I don't think every flutist plays the piccolo necessarily. Is that true?
Well, everybody can get a sound on it. Some people are better than others.
Okay, so you're one
I've
of the
always
really
been
good ones. You're one of the
I've
really
always
good
been
ones.
comfortable playing the piccolo.
Right, right. I've heard you say that before. And so, what does it feel like though when you are the centerpiece of a Sousa march or other music that really features the piccolo?
Well, you can't be very meek about it.
No.
Sometimes you go through periods where you're just not as confident, and you just have to play it with an attitude. It's kind of like playing the trumpet.
Okay. Okay.
And if you don't have that attitude, you might as well drop the instrument because it's
Interesting.
just too scary being
Right.
out there like that and being so loud.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, most of us really look forward to having a nice little lyrical piccolo solo.
Nice.
Sweet like the flute, and we don't get that often, but sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the moments that we really cherish.
I bet. I bet. Well, it's interesting to talk about the attitude and so forth because there's nowhere to hide when you're doing a piccolo.
There is there is nowhere to hide on the piccolo, and that can be fun, but it also can be terrifying.
I bet. I bet. And how soon after you started studying the flute did you also play the piccolo?
Oh, probably around 3 to 4 years, something like that.
Okay.
And I was kind of a natural piccolo player,
Nice.
and my teacher was that way too.
Okay.
And so I was able to just kind of pick it up. I had a junky little plastic piccolo,
Uh huh.
and I was just able to make it sing.
That's really cool. I think that's neat. I love hearing you perform. I've gotten to hear you several times, and it is that it's just that bright spot. So it's nice. It's really nice. But in addition to into your music, in music, you're also a nurse or nurse practitioner.
I'm a nurse practitioner. I started doing that in 2005.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. It works a different side of my brain,
Uh huh.
which makes it a lot more fun. It's harder to get bored when you go from part-time nurse practitioning in the morning and music in the evening.
Right.
Um, the interesting thing about it, though, to me, is that they're both, to me, healing modalities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, what I do with my patients is supposed to help them feel better. And it's not all giving them the right medicine. A lot of it is showing acceptance or working together with the patient to meet a goal. So, and I see music very much in the same way. It's healing.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be healing, at least.
Absolutely. No, I think it absolutely is. And I think there's a definite connection, the mind-body connection and the mind-spirit and all of that. So I totally see that. But I don't know that many people that actually do what you do in the two modalities and so forth. So it probably gives you some nice variety too.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
And I do both kind of part-time, so that really helps me not to get too busy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's neat. Well, I was going to say, when you aren't too busy, although I would think the two would keep you pretty busy, what do you get to do for? Is there downtime in your world?
Yeah, well, especially lately.
Right.
I don't have
Right.
very much to do.
Right.
With all the COVID-19
Right.
stuff going on.
Sure.
But, I mean, things I love to do. I love to do photography.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it, but I like taking pictures of flowers and the grandkids. Most recently, I have been learning Tai Chi.
Really? Tell me about
Yeah,
that.
It's a program called Tai Chi for Arthritis.
Okay.
And it was designed by a Chinese medical doctor that also studied Tai Chi. Actually was an award winner for his Tai Chi. So it is designed to make you stronger, to work on balance, to work on bone density, and I've loved it.
How neat. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it for about 3 months now.
Okay.
And, I just find it very calming, helps me to focus, but I'm much stronger than I have been before.
Wow. Well, that's cool. I might have to look into that. That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
That's neat. That's neat. Yeah. So, okay, so we've got Tai Chi, we have nursing, and we have music. This may be an odd question, but if you weren't doing one of those three, what would you be doing? And by that I mean if you weren't a musician primarily, have you ever thought about a different vocation that you'd like to be doing if you weren't a musician?
I used to think it'd be amazing to be a pilot.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I just love being up in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I love flying, not in the sardine cans that I'm used to flying in.
Right. Right.
I just think it would be a blast to be able to just go anywhere you want to go.
That's cool. Wow. That's neat. I like that. I like that a lot. Well,
And
listen, I'm sorry?
I have a cousin that's a pilot, and he also plays the trumpet.
Okay, I guess flying and music does go together. Okay, who knew? We learned so much on these musician moments. It's great. Well, listen, Dana, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your time with us today. And I know you're going to do a little performance for us now. So before we do that, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear today?
Okay, well, this is an interesting piece, and it was actually written by my father,
Oh,
Walter Brecht.
how neat.
Yeah, and he was an Austrian-American composer, and this was written when he was a very young man, and I just nothing like most of his music at all. but it's called A Little Vocalese Suite in the Old Style.
Okay.
So it's nothing like his music, which was very much Viennese neo-romantic music, quite a bit more modern. And I think that this was written as a gag to his sweetheart at the time.
Uh-huh.
Because it says Opus 00 on it.
Okay.
And it has really funny titles, like The Clearest Intonation, The Longest Breath. Just silly things like that.
Yeah.
The cleanest articulation.
How fun.
So I don't know anybody that would be able to sing this piece.
Okay.
It would be very high for them and just pretty much impossible, but it works very well on the flute.
There we go.
So I'm going to play the movement 4,
okay.
Die schönste Kantilene, which is the most beautiful cantilene, which is a particularly sustained or lyrical vocal line.
Very nice. Well, I tell you, I will look forward to that. I know our entire audience will. So we will sit back and enjoy that performance. And Dana Higbee, flutist, piccoloist, and all-around great person. Thanks for sharing your time with us today. We really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. I did too.
Good. And we'll look forward to seeing you in person very soon.
I hope so.
All right. Take care now.
Well, that was Brecht, and now I'd like to play for you something by Mahler from his Resurrection Symphony. This is one of those little lyrical piccolo solos that we don't often get to play.